So hello YouTube, this is Biggie the Rubbish Non-Busking Busker, and it's another one of my sort of tell you about videos. So it's not really much, it's just about a guitar, so if you know, don't blame me if you don't want to listen, but it's about my Epiphone EJ200 Sce in vintage sunburst. In a video a while back, I got rid of my original one of these, swapped it for a guitar that I regret to this day, and anyway I managed to get one back, and I paid an amazing price because these are like £400 now new, up to £500 where it depends where you buy it from, and I got this for £200 in like as new condition. It just had a really loose main jack input on the back, which good old YouTube sorted out for me, so I was able to repair that and make it good as new. And so for £200 I got an amazing guitar, and I got a guitar back that I wished I'd never got rid of in the first place. And this one's sweet as a nut, because every guitar's different. So the things are made by people, aren't they? Even though they're sort of, well, those new machines now that cut everything is that they're still put together by people. So every guitar sounds different. And luckily for me, when I went to see this guitar and had a little strum, I thought, to be fair, it plays better than my original one. So that's saying something, because that was a nice guitar. And but I'm so chuffed with this, with its gold-plated Grover tuners and everything like that. It's a fantastic bit of kit. It's got its own eSonic preamp on it, which blends, so you can play it through stereo or just as like a normal output from the guitar and input. So it's a very clever bit of kit, and it's the actual piezo and the mag on it sound really superb on this guitar. It's beautiful sounding thing. It's not the noisiest guitar, but it's very resonant, which surprises me because it's not scallop braced or anything, but it really just vibrates and vibrates and vibrates. It just goes on and on. Anyway, I'll just give you a quick look at how beautiful this guitar looks. Show you that eSonic, and it's around the back. I don't know if you can pick up any of the wood grain in there, but there's its two jacks. So the only thing I've changed on this guitar since buying it is I've put some bone bridge pins in, and it already had a bone saddle, so the guy before me must have put the bone saddle on it, and it does appear to have like a plastic nut, but I'm sure it's sort of better than plastic, if you know what I mean. I think it's one of them like new bone or whatever they call them type nuts. So it's very resonant and it sounds beautiful. So yeah, Epiphone makes some great guitars at really affordable prices, and since they've been bought back by Gibson for the second time, Gibson have then upped the game from this guitar, so they do some inspired by Gibson ranges, which are now like, you know, from sort of, I think from something like £600 up to £1,000, depending on what model you buy. So, but still, you know, they're all solid woods. This has got a solid spruce top with laminated maple back and sides, and a really hard and beautifully figured maple neck on this one. But the inspired ones are all solid maple and solid spruce. This is a solid spruce top though, which is what counts most in the world of guitars, because that's the bit that bangs the air around and vibrates the strings, help it, you know, resonate. So it needs to have a solid, any guitar you buy needs to have a solid top. And that guitar could last you forever then, really, you know. As long as you get a solid top, unless you can afford to, you don't really need to upgrade or anything. But yeah, it's a very well set up guitar. It's set up for me because I'm a bit heavy-handed. I can't play guitar very well at all. I'm a bit rubbish anyway. Rubbish at, you know, I've been rubbish all my life. I'm never going to get any better no matter how hard, and I do try. I've just got no coordination, no rhythm, you know. I don't know why I bother, but I do love it, you know. It's my escape from the old mind, really. Like most of us need something to escape from that, don't we? And this is what helps me. I'm a music fan, so to be able to just play, I play to a wardrobe, so behind this camera is a wardrobe, and that's what I play to, because I've got no bottle to play in front of people. I'd love to busk, and I can't busk, because I'm not good enough. You know, I've seen buskers out there, and they're like, wow, you know, I'd love to be able to do that, but I can't, because I'm not good enough. But I'll sit in front of my wardrobe, sit on YouTube, nobody can see how bad I am, unless you really want to look. But yeah, back to my Epiphone. So pleased I got this guitar back. They make really good guitars, Epiphone, for silly money. You can get bad ones, can't you? You can get a bad Martin, trust me, that's the truth. You know, I've played some Martins in shops where you think, oh, I'd love to have a little play with that, and you pick it up and it's like dead. All guitars are like that. You get good guitars, you know, they call them a Monday guitar when people are fed up from the weekend, coming back to work from the weekend. And then you get like a Friday guitar where everybody wants to rush off home quick, and anywhere in between, you're all right. It's the same in the car world, and there is some truth to it, I'm sure. But anyway, yeah, this guitar, I do need some new strings on it now, because these strings have been on it for about 8 or 9 months, maybe even a bit longer. Somewhere like that anyway, maybe 9 to 11 months, something like that. Not quite a year, but that's too long really. Anyway, they have gone a bit dead, but even then, it's just got, you know, that, it's sweet. You know? It's very sweet. I've got this plugged into my Kinsman 25-watt busking amp, which I don't, you know, I call myself the rubbish non-busking busker, because I bought a busking amp to go busking. I'll never go busking. I'm rubbish, but it has got like reverb and chorus on it, and so you can tailor the sound to suit you. And you know, it's having a good amp inspires you, you know, and it is a very good amp for the money. And I'll tell you where I bought it from. I bought it from Anderton's, and they've since bought the name of that brand out, and they sell it now as an East Coast. They sell it now with them, which mine hasn't got. You can plug in and play music through mine, or you can just play music and play along to it. But now they've got it Bluetoothed, so yeah, you can Bluetooth the new one now, but everything else is the same as this amp. But it originally started off as a Kinsman, and now I think they sell it now as an East Coast, and they sell it with their acoustic kits, and it's about £120. It was cheaper in the Christmas sale. It'd gone down to like 110, but it's usually 120 to 125. They're the prices I've seen it for, and I've seen it for 129.99 as well at some point. But it's a highly thought of amp. It really is. It's got a really good. It's not a tube or anything like that in it. It's just a solid state amp, but the chip in it is magnificent. So I can liken it to like sort of can't say this word, Fishman Loudbox Mini. It's that kind of vibe. So, and it's got the similar looks to a Fishman as well. So yeah, but it's got a great sound, and my previous amp was a cheap Gear for Music one, not knocking Gear for Music, by the way, because I like Gear for Music. But that amp was uninspired. It was cheap, you know, it was £100 less than this one, sort of thing. And it was uninspiring, and I never plugged in. And as soon as I plugged my guitar into this, even before I'd sort of done the equaliser or messed with a bit of reverb, because I like reverb. I don't have it like massive on, but I have a bit, and I have a touch of chorus blended with the reverb. That's the sound you're hearing, not just the guitar on its own. And then I have a bit of bass added, because the bass isn't as responsive on this as you think. So on one of my other guitars, my Sce, I only have a tiny bit of bass added because it's a really beautiful guitar. That I have the mid scooped off a little bit on this because it's very MIDI, this guitar, more than bassy and trebly, very MIDI, which suits a lot of people. I just scoop it out a little bit, take a little bit off, and then I add a tiny bit of treble, and that's what my setup is on this. But that, I can honestly say, get yourself, if you're out there, get a decent amp if you're gonna busk or play and plug in. And it really is inspiring, you know, because it changes your sound and gives you that, and you think, ooh. And for somebody really rubbish, it even makes you sound okay-ish sometimes, you know. So yeah, get a good amp, and this guitar, and it's got a magnetic pickup. Let me just show you. It's got a magnetic pickup just there, and a piezo under the saddle, and surprisingly, it's my favourite pickup. It's my favourite preamp in a guitar. You know, the one in my Sce is magnificent, and it, you know, you can tap away to the one in the Sce. You can't this one, as you can hear. You know, it's not percussive, but it's my Sce one is. But I do prefer this pickup system. This, you know, Epiphone EJ200 Sce. I like it. I really do. I wouldn't change it. It's sweet for me. It suits my not great voice. Suits my not great playing. It really has got a beautiful sound. The guitar is magnificent. This guitar will never leave me. You know, I regretted the first one going, my first EJ200. I'll never let this go. I'll never let my Sce go. As for anything else, you know, I've got a lovely court. I'd be loath to let that go. I'm selling a court at the minute, the one I exchanged this for. It's a stunning guitar, you know, but I just don't, I don't know. I don't know what it is, you know. Nobody's even looked at that guitar, but it does sound like it's a great sounding guitar. It's just not me, you know. I like a spruce top guitar, and that's all mahogany, and it's solid mahogany top, I just like this. I like a spruce guitar, and I love the vibrance of this maple back. So if I could afford one, I'd have an Elvis Dove, or even the cheaper, you know, if I could ever afford one, my dream guitar would be an Elvis Dove, or a black Dove, you know, the Inspired by range. If I win the lottery or something like that, I'd have one. But other than that, I'm happy with what I've got. I'm not good enough really to warrant anything, you know, like Martins or anything expensive. So I've got an all solid wood guitar, my Sce, and that was $599 in a sale. And now, you know, to buy one now, you can't sort of get it from a shop. You'd have to have it posted to you, and they're like £900 to £1,000 new. So I was very lucky to get that guitar. And it's, oh, you know, when you play it, it's too good for me. It's a stunningly beautiful sounding guitar. Sometimes I've given it a few little dings and here and there, not big ones, but I know where they are. You wouldn't see them, but I know where they are. But you know, I'd hate to happen to that, and I'd hate to happen to this. So I wouldn't take this out. You know, if I had the courage to busk, I'd take one of my Court Dreadnought out, which sounds great plugged in. But this is my Epiphone. What a beautiful guitar. I'm going to go off now because I've been rambling. I always go around the houses, mate. Tell a life story before I get to a single point. Anyway, I'll leave you with a little, I don't know, a little strummy thing and then see where we go. And so thanks for listening, and grateful to anybody that does listen, and don't worry about not listening to this because it's a load of me brabbling. Cheers.